Got a quick tip here for the John Deere tractor. We're getting the mower all ready to go here. Sharpen the blades, clean out the deck and everything like that. And these wheels were really loose. They really wore inside the bore there. So what I did was I just took these wheels. I got some pipe for a bushing. I drilled them out to accept that bushing, and then I put in the 7/16 bolt here. The front wheels were really wore out, and me drilling that hole, the hole was larger than drilling the hole to accept that bushing. So I'll show you on the bench here what we got going on. So basically the original one for the front wheels, they've got this small bolt and this bushing that went inside the wheel. That was on the front, and then these are on the back. And so what I've done was I found a piece of pipe, and the inside is 7/16. So I just took a 7/16 bolt, and it's gonna slide into that bushing, and then the bushing will get pressed into the wheel. That worked fine for the back too. There was enough material there that you could have drilled it larger for this diameter of this bushing to press fit in there. But on the front wheels, they were wore out so bad that that didn't work. So what I did was I got like a JB weld product here, and I pushed that in, and on the back it's not bad. The back wasn't bad, but the front was just blown right out. So I pressed that in there, push it from both sides, press that in, kind of compact it in there, let it set up, and then I went and I drilled it out. And then when I took the bushing, I pressed the bushing in on this side, because you could see there when I tried pressing it in from the other side, it kind of started to lift that product out of there. So I pressed it in from this side. That's going to make it nice and tight in there, and then we'll install these on to the tractor. Last thing was we needed to drill these holes out to accept our 7/16 bolt. So you just drill those out, and the wheel will fasten onto there, and then these will slide into the slots, and then you select your height. And we're going to be using some lock nuts and some washers, and we'll just snug that up enough that the wheel will still turn. Here's the finished result here, and I just made it snug enough that the wheel will turn. And that deck is resting on the ground, so it's not real loose, but it's not too loose either. And given the materials that I'm working with here, this was the length of bolt that I had to use, so I ended up building another little bushing there. So had I known this, I probably could have made the bushings this large to begin with, but this is just to take up some space. So you've got your bolt, 2 bushings there. We're going to have a washer, our arm, and then the other washer, and then our lock nut on the end. Here we are after that hole is drilled out, and then we're just going to use the vise here, and we're going to press that bushing in. We're going to press that bushing in from this side, just using the vise, and then we'll center it with the hammer. So the last thing to do here is just to install our wheel that we just repaired, and then I just got some 3/8 bolts here and nylon locks for where you set the height there. So now all the wheels, I've done all the wheels with new bushings, and they're all the same configuration with all the same bolts, and it'll be 7/16 all the way around, and 3/8 for our adjusting height bolts.